Silence, the secret language of inner power and connection. We live in a world saturated with sound, conversations, music, notifications, and endless buzzing of activity. In such a loud world, silence often feels out of place, even unsettling. However, silence holds a profound power that, when understood and embraced, can transform our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. Contrary to popular belief, silence is far more than just the absence of noise. It is a language, a sanctuary, and a wellspring of inner strength that allows us to connect more deeply with ourselves, with others, and even with the universe itself. Let's explore how silence can be harnessed as a powerful tool for introspection, clarity, and peace. Silence as a language and a form of power. We tend to associate power with speech, actions, and influence over others, but silence possesses its own unique form of strength, one that is often overlooked. Think about the calm authority that emanates from someone who speaks less but listens deeply. Their silence is not an absence of expression. Rather, it is an unspoken communication of self-assurance and presence. The stillness within such people is potent, allowing them to radiate confidence without the need to speak. Silence also has a way of enhancing the power of words when they are eventually spoken. In conversation, silence between sentences or ideas adds weight to the dialogue, allowing listeners to process what has been said. Think of a poet's deliberate pause before delivering a line. Those seconds of silence create anticipation, an openness to receive something meaningful. Like the pregnant pause in a piece of music, silence creates the contrast necessary to appreciate the notes, giving them context and depth. Moreover, silence is often associated with wisdom. Many spiritual and philosophical traditions highlight the importance of quieting the mind to gain insight. Ram Dass once said, "The quieter you become, the more you can hear." When we are quiet, we are able to listen, not only to others, but also to the subtle whispers of our inner selves, which are often drowned out by external noise. In this way, silence can serve as a bridge between our conscious thoughts and the deeper wisdom within us. Silence and self-reflection, a gateway to inner peace. In moments of stillness, we create a space for self-reflection and introspection. When we detach from the world's constant noise, we give ourselves the opportunity to hear our own thoughts and to understand our own desires, fears, and aspirations. Silence allows us to connect with the present moment, grounding us and centering our focus on what truly matters. It is in these moments of silence that we can be honest with ourselves and confront our thoughts without judgment. Silence is also a powerful tool for healing. Consider the therapeutic effect of being in a quiet, peaceful environment. Many healing practices, such as meditation and mindfulness, encourage silence to help us reconnect with our bodies and minds. By being still, we allow emotions and memories to rise to the surface. Often, these are the things we avoid confronting when we are constantly busy or distracted. When we embrace silence, we give ourselves permission to face these buried feelings, allowing healing and personal growth to occur. Finding inner peace through silence requires us to look inward rather than relying on external distractions. In silence, we can observe our thoughts without letting them control us. Instead of letting worries or anxieties dominate, we can approach them with calm awareness. This practice of mindfulness, of simply being present without reacting, helps cultivate a state of inner calm that can withstand life's inevitable storms. The connection between silence and intuition. Silence opens a channel to our intuition, often described as the inner voice that guides us. Our intuition is a powerful tool that can provide clarity and direction, especially when we are uncertain. When our minds are cluttered with noise and distractions, it is difficult to hear this voice. But in moments of silence, it speaks louder, offering insights and perspectives that our logical mind might overlook. Have you ever experienced a gut feeling or a sudden insight that seemed to come from nowhere? This is your intuition speaking, a form of knowing that is not always rational, but profoundly real. When we allow ourselves to be silent and receptive, we become attuned to this inner guidance, which can help us make decisions aligned with our deepest values and desires. Silence, therefore, is not passive. It is an active state of listening and receiving. Intuition and self-reflection go hand in hand, and both are nurtured by silence. By cultivating a practice of silence, we create space to listen to our intuition which can reveal our truest selves. Over time, this practice can lead us to a deeper understanding of our purpose and passions, empowering us to pursue our goals with clarity and conviction. Silence as a refuge in a chaotic world. In a society that values productivity and constant action, finding moments of silence can be challenging. We often equate silence with inactivity or boredom, leading us to avoid it. However, in the midst of chaos, silence can serve as a refuge, a place where we can retreat to recharge and gain perspective. It is in these quiet moments that we can cultivate resilience and fortify ourselves against external stressors. Consider the analogy of silence as the calm before a storm. Before a major life change or a period of intense action, there is often a quiet period. In nature, we observe this too. Animals in the environment often grow still before a storm. This quiet is not an indication of weakness or inaction. Rather, it is a preparatory stage, a way of gathering strength and focus before moving forward. Similarly, when we make time for silence in our lives, we are better able to approach challenges with a clear and calm mind. The beauty of silence is that it allows us to find stability within ourselves, regardless of the chaos outside. When we are comfortable with silence, we are not easily disturbed or rattled by external events. We can face life's uncertainties with greater ease, knowing that we have a sanctuary of peace within us. The creative potential of silence. Silence holds endless creative potential. Just as a blank canvas invites a painter's first brushstroke, silence invites ideas and inspiration to flow freely. Many great thinkers, artists, and writers have found that their most profound insights come in moments of quiet solitude. When we step away from the noise of the world, we allow our minds to wander, making space for creativity to flourish. In the pauses between our thoughts, we may discover solutions to problems, novel ideas, or new ways of looking at things. Silence is like the space between musical notes, a necessary interval that gives rhythm and life to sound. In the same way, the pauses and quiet moments in our lives allow us to reset, to let our imaginations run wild, and to create something meaningful. Silence, then, is not a void, but a space filled with possibility. When we embrace it, we become more open to new ideas and perspectives. In this way, silence is not just an empty gap. It is a fertile ground for the seeds of creativity to grow. Embracing silence as a daily practice. Incorporating moments of silence into our daily routine can be transformative. Whether it's through meditation, a quiet walk in nature, or simply sitting in stillness for a few minutes, these moments can offer profound benefits. Creating a daily ritual of silence helps ground us, clears our minds, and strengthens our connection to ourselves. In a world that often demands constant engagement and productivity, these moments of silence are a gift we give ourselves, a way to reconnect with our authentic selves. To fully appreciate the power of silence, we must approach it not as a passive state, but as an active practice. Embrace silence with intention, knowing that it is an opportunity for growth, healing, and self-discovery. The more we cultivate silence in our lives, the more attuned we become to the whispers of our intuition, the beauty of the present moment, and the vast potential within us. Conclusion: the unseen power of silence. Silence is a powerful language, one that speaks volumes without words. It is a state of being that connects us with our deepest selves, nurtures our creativity, and strengthens our resilience. By learning to embrace silence, we tap into a source of inner peace and wisdom that helps us navigate life with clarity and purpose. In a noisy world, silence is a refuge, a sanctuary, and a source of profound strength. Let it remind us that true power often lies not in what is said, but in the quiet, still moments where we listen, reflect, and connect with the vast possibilities within and around us.